we are supposed to expand this binomial here to the fourth term. Sometimes the question can be framed as expand 1 minus half x raised to the power 7 to the term in x cubed. It means the same thing. But the first thing we do is to identify the coefficients from the Pascal's triangle. Judging from the fact that the power to which the binomial is raised is 7, we shall read the values of the coefficients from where n is 7 in the Pascal's triangle, and that means the coefficients will be 1, 7, 21, 35, 35, 21, 7, and 1. Then we now bring this binomial here and say 1 minus half x raised to the power 7 is equal to, you realize that the expansion of this will take this one raised to a particular power times what is highlighted in bluish color raised to a particular power. Those two will be the ones to be multiplied to form the terms we're interested in. So the first term will be taking that format. You can see we have taken the first one here raised to a particular number times this one, negative half x raised to a particular number, plus this will be the first term. The second term will take that same format, the third term, then plus the fourth term, then plus blah blah, plus this dashes here, meaning that there are some other terms which are available, but we have decided to omit them because we are interested in the first 4 terms, or the term in x cubed. Now, having done that, then we now start fixing the powers. For this first term here, you start giving the power corresponding to the power of the binomial, which is 7 in this case, and its powers will keep reducing by 1 in each subsequent term. For this one here, the second part, the power to which it will be raised is 0, and this power will keep increasing by 1. This power will be reducing by 1 as this one keeps increasing by 1. So that means the next one here will be raised to power 6 because you subtract 1 from this power. So this will be 1 raised to power 6. You add 1 to this power. So 0 plus 1 gives us 1. So this will be raised to power 1. The next one will be power 5. This one will be power 2. This one will be power 4. And this one will be power 3. You realize, as I've said, the power of 1 keeps reducing from 7. It keeps reducing by 1, while the power of this second part starts from 0 and it keeps increasing by 1. You also need to note that the sum of the powers for each term must be equal to the power to which the binomial is raised. 7 plus 0 gives us 7. 6 plus 1 gives us 7. 5 plus 2 gives us 7. And 4 plus 3 gives us 7, like that. Having done that, the next thing is to bring these binomial coefficients corresponding to these terms and you fix them. 1 is fixed here. 7 is fixed here. 21 is placed here. 35 is placed here. The rest are omitted because they belong to the terms which have not been accounted for in this calculation. Then now we start simplifying whatever that we have in this expression. That is equal to, let's retain this first two as we deal with the whatever that is in having an x. So we shall have 1 into 1 raised to power 7. Then anything raised to power 0 is always known to be 1. So this is 1 plus 7 into 1 raised to power 6. Then negative half x raised to power 1 is the same as negative half x, plus 21 into 1 raised to power 5. Then negative half x squared means you take negative half, square it, and then take x, square it also. Negative half squared gives us a quarter, and then x squared gives us x squared. So this will be a quarter x squared. Then 35 into 1 raised to power 4. Negative half cubed means negative half times negative half times negative half, and that gives us negative 1 over 8, and then x times x times x gives us x cubed, plus dash dash, like that. The next thing now is to simplify this one further. So we shall have this one being equal to 1 times 1 times 1. That gives us 1, because 1 raised to power 7 is 1. So 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, plus the next one is 7 times 1 raised to power 6. 1 raised to power 6 is 1 times 7, so that is the same as 7 into negative half x. 21 times 1 raised to power 5, this is like 1 times 21, that gives us 21 into a quarter x squared. Then 35 times 1 gives us 35 into 1 over 8x cubed, plus plus dash dash like that. Now let's multiply this by this, so we shall have this being equal to 1 plus 7 times negative a half gives us negative 7 over 2, then x. 21, okay, plus 21 times a quarter x squared gives us 21 over 4x squared. 35 times negative 1 over 8x cubed gives us 35, negative 35 over 8x cubed, plus dash dash. We may decide to write this in a this fraction is in a decimal form, so that will be equal to 1 minus 3.5x plus 5.25x squared minus 4.375x cubed. So this is the expanded form of 1 minus half x raised to the power 7 to the fourth term, or expansion of 1 minus half x raised to the power 7 to the term in x cubed, because you realize we have reached where x is cubed. Now we are using this one to expand or to evaluate 0.98 raised to the power 7. So in this case, then, if we are using the expansion of this to solve this, it means they are equal. That's why down here I'm writing that 1 minus half x raised to the power 7 is equal to 0.98 raised to the power 7. Ask yourself, how can I write this 0.98 in a way that it involves 1 minus something? How can we write 0.98 in a way that involves 1 minus something? You realize that we write this as 1 minus 0.02. So that's what I've done here. I've written 0.98 as 1 minus 0.02, because we know if we simplify that, it will give us this. We are writing it in this form because we are using a binomial which has taken this format to solve it. We are taking the expansion of a binomial which is taking this format to solve it. Therefore, we must write it in the way that that binomial takes. If this, whatever is in the brackets, is raised to the same power in both sides, it means what is in the brackets is the same. So that's why I'm saying 1 minus half x is equal to 1 minus 0.02. Now we want to get x from here. So what do we do? Take this one across equal sign. What remains is negative half x being equal to 1 minus 0.02. Then when this one is taken across, it changes to minus 1. If you simplify that, you'll get 1 minus 1 cancelling. So what we have remaining is negative half x being equal to 0.02. We want x. How do you manage that? Multiply both sides by negative 2. If we do that, we shall have like that, and then the other side by negative 2 also, and that gives us this and this cancel, a negative and a negative. When you multiply them, they give a positive, so that becomes x being equal to 0.04. X is equal to 0.04. Now, having reached there, we shall say 0.98 raised to the power 7, the one we want to use this expansion to solve, should be equal to this expanded form. So 0.98 raised to the power 7 should be equal to this. So it's equal to what we have up there. At this point, Where you see x, substitute it with 0.04. So we shall have this being equal to 1 minus 3.5 into, there's an x here, substitute it with 0.04 plus 5.25. There's an x squared here, so take 0.04, square it, minus 4.375 into 0.04 cubed. And then from here, of course, we simplify whatever that we have. So that will be equal to 1. Sorry, there's this plus dash dash, of course. Then 1 minus 3.5 times this gives us that one. Then plus 5.25 times this one squared gives us that. Then minus 4.375 times this cubed gives us that. Then plus dash dash like that. If you simplify this using a calculator, you are likely to get the answer being 0.8681, and that is the answer. Thank you.